Alright, what's going on, fellers? I'm gonna do a Halo video. Yeah, that's what we're doing here. Fucking Halo video. Yeah, I don't talk about Halo much anymore because I don't fucking care. I'll mention it every now and then just to be a dick and joke about how bad it became. You know? What once started as the greatest console shooter experience ever. Like, we had games, like, you gotta understand, man, you had to be there. Growing up in the 90s, that was the birth of the shooter, really. Honestly, starting with Doom and Wolfenstein and shit like that. Around the early 90s, 80s, kind of around that time, that's when this all was happening. And then towards the late 90s, you saw it evolve into shit like GoldenEye and Half-Life and Duke Nukem and all this crap. It's pretty badass games. Really good shit. And then 2001 comes along and here's Halo Combat Evolved. Changed the game entirely. Like, it's arguably the biggest first person shooter jump in terms of innovation that we've ever fucking seen. With the introduction of the physics engine, the 16-player LAN, fucking the epic single-player campaign experience, which is just you're a space marine going on a fucking space adventure. It's just epic. It's a wonderful fucking game, is what it is. It's one of the best fucking games ever made, arguably the best shooter ever made, and it's arguably the best shooting game franchise ever made, Halo. And yeah, the original is super impactful. My goodness. I think I remember I did like a top 10 reasons why Halo Combat Evolved is special as shit. Like, it's an amazing fucking game. The shotgun, oh my god, such a fun weapon to use. No other shotgun in Halo felt as satisfying to fucking rip through motherfuckers with. My god. The Halo 1 pistol, of course, it's the ultimate skill weapon of all shooting games of all time, making it thereby the greatest gun in shooting game history. Fuck off, BFG from Doom. You're nothing. No one cares. You're trash compared to the epic feeling of using the Halo 1 Magnum, getting those 3-shot kills on elites and stuff. Man, you know, that's the best. It's the best. Yeah, running through the game with a partner. It's like the best fucking shooting game ever made to run through co-op with a partner in. Like, it's the best one of those ever made, basically. Uh, the combat with the vehicles, Jesus Christ. The first time in shooting game history that co-op with vehicles in shooting like gelled and worked together really effectively. Like, that was a nice thing to experience. Vehicular combat done right in a shooting game for the first time, basically. My goodness. Which is really sad because Bungie made Destiny, and Destiny doesn't do vehicle combat correctly at all. And it's like, Jesus fucking Christ. It's like they became stupid and forgot how to make a video game. Um, anyway, but yeah, Halo 1, such an amazing game. I'm off on a tangent here, Jesus Christ. Sorry, I'm tired. I was busting my ass at work today, dude. I must have made, I did like $700, $800 worth of work today. Fuck. I should buy a guitar, right? Yeah, dude. Killer, right? Fucking, that's how you do it. I make, I make better money than most, dude. How the fuck do you think I can afford all these fucking wacky guitars, dude? I'm going crazy here. Isn't that fucked up? The world is on fire. It's a horrible place, and I'm a filthy communist who's good at capitalism. So I make better money than most people and have a better life than most people. Isn't that fucked up? There's people fucking getting bombed and killed right now, right as I speak. They're dying from their injuries. Maybe they're being insta-killed right now as I speak. That is actually happening, and here I am powerless to do anything about it. What the fuck is that, right? What am I supposed to do? Get a gun and go kill government officials that are the assholes behind Luigi Mangione, the rich? You know, like, yeah, that would be fun, and yeah, it's the right thing to do. But I'll be honest with you. I'm scared. I don't want to die. I don't want to lose out on everything. I don't know. Maybe if I had like cancer and I was gonna die anyway, and I only had like a few days left to live, I'd be like, okay, maybe I should try to shoot one of these assholes. you know? But, like I got a family, I got people I care about and shit. I'm trying to fucking maintain, instinctively survive. I am a creature, after all, of the earth. What do all beasts, what do all living things, organisms do? They try to survive and thrive. So I don't want to kill myself. And I don't want to kill anybody, to be honest with you. Although I do think some people, you kind of fucking deserve to die. You're kind of out of control. You're kind of a Hitler. Some people gotta be stopped. What do you want? And you try to say that in the most reasonable and good faith way possible. But hey, if a motherfucker's trying to kill you, I guess you gotta kill them first, right? But how do you know a motherfucker's trying to kill you? What if he knifes you in the neck when you least expect it? You never saw it coming. You didn't even know who killed you. God damn it. You gotta watch your back, right? Anyway, what am I trying to say? Right, I'm talking about Halo. Jesus. Now I'm all getting philosophical and shit. And did I just say philosophical? Philosophical. Jesus Christ. I need a drink. Oh. Yeah, but I was busting my ass at work. Jesus. On my feet for basically from about 10. Had a few breaks, but not really. You're not really getting a good break when your feet are like sweaty. They've been running around all day that long. Your feet are kind of sweaty. That's not a good sign. That means you should fucking take a fucking break. Which I do, I try, but I still got a lot of work to do, so I can't just fuck around. Every second is precious. Until I get home, and then I'm doing pointless, goofy shit. Trying to relax and actually enjoy life. Jesus. Try to enjoy life, okay, people? Try to, appreciate shit, Seriously. A comfy bed, the sunshine on your face, Fucking dumb little things that you don't really notice anymore because you're stuck in capitalism and it's made you jaded and miserable and that's all you can focus on. I get it. But in order to keep yourself from going too crazy, fucking get a hobby, enjoy life, Play some guitar, play some games, watch a movie, watch a show, listen to some music, try to learn some music. I don't know, whatever. Collect something. Hopefully it's not too expensive like guitars. Don't be an asshole like me. But hey, at least I can afford it, right? Speaking of which, check this shit out, dudes. This one's not that expensive, and it's kind of a cheapo. It's actually made in China, which is kind of, I don't know. Do they do a good enough job? Probably. The quality control is probably pretty good nowadays. And this guy says it's a pretty sick guitar, but maybe he's just trying to oversell it. But I think it's pretty fucking badass. That thing's awesome, dude. So it's an Electromatic Duojet green, Cadillac green body with a black headstock. I kind of like it when they match more, but whatever. It's cool. I would rather get the Gretsch Roundup, the rednecky looking Gretsch. I don't have any that are very rednecky looking. The closest I have to that is like the Tennessee Rose I just got, which is fucking amazing. The Japanese models are just. I'm sorry, Gibson and Fender, but you gotta keep up, man. Those things are fucking nice. You wanna see what the fuck I'm really talking about here? I noticed something recently. I was looking at Falcons, right? Gretsch Falcons. Now, you gotta remember, there's 3 types of Falcons that are expensive as shit. Alright? Originals, vintage models, extremely rare. They only made very few of them back in the day, 50s, 60s, that kind of time. That's it. That's all they ever fucking made at the time. So there were only a few hundred, maybe a few thousand. So they were rare as shit. These guitars are worth like tens of thousands of dollars, maybe even hundreds of thousands in some cases. Very expensive. Out of the question. You're never going to get one, of course. Not unless you become a big millionaire guy. Alright? Now, Then there's the next model up. The custom shop shit. Very expensive. You got 10 grand? That's how much these things fucking cost. No joke. So that sucks. But then you got the high-end Japanese models. Once the company rebounded, started pumping out Japanese high-end Gretches. And these things are fucking really good, goddammit. They're some of the best fucking guitars in the world for sure. So these Gretches are really good. These Japanese Gretches that have been made since the 90s, basically. Yeah, if it's Japanese and it's Gretsch and it's made from the 90s on up, it's a fucking amazing guitar. It's really good fucking quality. Very precisely well made. You can't shit on the craftsmanship. And yeah, it might not look like Hendrix's guitar or Jimmy Page's guitar, but, you know, what do you want? This thing's really fucking fancy. You know, people didn't want to take it outside and play it and fuck it up. Doesn't mean it's bad. It means it's fucking really nice. It's just, it's so nice that you don't want to fuck it up. So, you know, and it's definitely a more expensive model. So, overall, there are Gibson custom shops that are definitely fucking way more expensive than any Gretches. But you know what I mean. A Falcon costs more than a standard Les Paul or a standard Stratocaster. That's all I'm saying. So anyway, the Japanese models, get them. They are fucking good. All of them are very nice. Japanese made from Gretsch, ever since the 90s on up. Pretty much perfect guitar. Can't really complain. Like, if you complain, how fucking dare you? Like, it's like that good. Anyway, here's a bunch of Falcons. As you can see, the prices. Okay, real quick though, I gotta say something. I really don't like how they. Well, I do like and I don't like this. Gretsch made recently a cheaper version of the Falcon. It's not a real high-end badass guitar. It's a middle-of-the-road quality. Although they are doing apparently a much better job on these, so maybe you could say it's more than middle of the road, but not quite, you know, Japanese high-end shit. So you probably don't care, because if you're like me, you don't really give a shit about fucking details like that, you know what I mean? But facts are facts, though. The Japanese shit is worth more, okay? It's just what it is. Like, look at this Brian Setzer. That's a Japanese one. Boom. It's more expensive. It's nicer. Look at this 40th edition anniversary double. Yeah, Japanese limited edition shit. That's fucking nice is what that fucking thing is. Jesus. But yeah, it's $3,200. Very expensive. But then you see this one, the Synchromatic. It's half that cost, but it's the China cheapo model. You know, it doesn't look as nice, doesn't have as great a detail and stuff like that. It's not as rare and unique. But you know, if you're going for the whole Gretsch vibe, and you want to save money, get an affordable Gretsch that's trying to be the Falcon without having as fancy parts, but you know, it's a bargain, right? If you always wanted a Falcon but you definitely don't have the money, then this is a more affordable option. That's all. That's all it is. So I'm not interested in that because I already have 2 fucking Falcons. But what I wanted to mention was that what was I going to say? Jesus, some of these are crazy. That is fucking nuts. I love that, actually. These are really cool looking single coil pickups. What the fuck are those? I want those, god damn it. I am really into that. That looks fucking so cool. That is a really cool looking I've seen the Dynasonics. Those are really cool looking. I actually like this more. I think this looks cleaner and almost like Rickenbacker like. Jesus. Wow. I'm getting distracted. I was making a point, and now I'm just like enthralled by this weird desert dirt looking guitar. Headstock, of course, looks amazing. Yeah. Yeah, dude. The Gretsch Custom Shop is where it's fucking at. Amazing shit. But, you know, that thing cost $10,000 fucking dollars, dude. Good God. That's a lot of fucking money. Jesus. So, anyway, holy crap. What the hell? Anyway, what was I saying? I was saying, I noticed something. I noticed something, and you guys should notice this too. Look at all these falcons we're looking at. All these fucking falcons that we're looking at. Notice something they all have in common? Every single one of them is a Bigsby. Bigsby Bridge. Every single fucking one. God damn it. They all have Bigsbys. Why is that, you guys? Why do we have that going on here? Bigsby's galore. Why? Oh, finally. Finally, there it is. Well, here's a custom shop one too. But that one's $12,000. God, it's like really extra expensive. What's so fucking special about it? Other than, of course, you know, what's so extra special about it is what I'm asking. Whoa, fretboard radius 9.45. Wow, that's different. That is different. You never see that. It's supposed to be 12. This shit is custom. So it'll feel like a standard Stratocaster neck, kind of. What the fuck? Interesting. Yeah, that thing's sick. I think it's too expensive for what it is. Gonzalo, yeah, he's their basically most talented fucking Gretsch custom shop guy, to be honest with you. So maybe that's why it costs a little extra. Because that guy is, if you got a custom shop Gretsch, that's great. I got Steven Stern one, you know, the Corvette. But if you got one from Gonzalo, woo! Yeah, that guy is the best. So maybe that's why it costs a little more than usual. But anyway, the point I was trying to make is the Cadillac G tailpiece. See that? Isn't it beautiful? It looks way cooler than the Bigsby. Let's get real. That is such a cool... Does he have a close-up picture of it? Yeah, there it is. Isn't that beautiful? My God. What a fucking crazy cool look. The golden arrow. That's awesome. Anyway, he wants almost he wants $5,000 for it. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money, man. And I can't remember when. It was 2017 or 18. And, you know, things were going pretty good at the shop. We were making better money than ever. Our lives are getting better, basically. It was nice. And then my brother had a fucking heart attack. And that was really shitty. But he made it. And everything worked out. And I think it made my brother have a more life is short mentality. Let's just sort of do whatever the fuck we want. We could die at any moment. Fuck it kind of mindset. And, you know, I can kind of understand, so it's whatever. And, God damn it, I grabbed the wrong guitar. I was busy talking. I didn't even think about the guitar. I grabbed the wrong guitar. I grabbed the Tennessee Rose. Check it out. Now that's a Bigsby, alright. Alright, let me put this up real quick. Grab the wrong guitar. Alright. So I have something even more rare. So the point I was making was Falcons are already very expensive. They're typically around $3,000. Now, ones that have a Cadillac G tailpiece instead of a fucking Bigsby have apparently become very fucking rare, as you just saw. All the listings, like 90-something% of them, are, they have the Bigsby, not a Cadillac G tailpiece. Well, guess what? Apparently, I'm one of the motherfuckers who does have one. That's what it looks like for reals, motherfucker. In real time. Yep, that thing's great. So yeah, I have one. But this one's not a white Falcon. This thing's a silver Falcon. It's a little lighter, a little slimmer, a little easier to play. Kind of a professional model, professional vintage style. But it's got a little bit of modern electronics to make it a little easier to utilize. Less stuff to remember. You can focus on your playing a little bit better. So, yeah, that thing is fucking amazing. And, I feel stupid because I gave it to my brother. It's actually my brother's. Although I got it originally, but I gave it to him as a gift, and I got the gold Falcon now, so I got my own different Falcon. And then I also got a Penguin. Oh, I need a drink. But I'll show you guys those guitars later sometime. But, yeah. My point is, that guitar is worth $5,000 at minimum. I could probably sell it for a little more. That's how fucking rare the Cadillac G tailpiece models have become. So, that's awesome. That guitar went up in value. Yeah, to find the ones with the G, it's one of the rarest parts of a Gretsch guitar in existence. So I guess there's a demand for them, you know? Kind of valuable. Now don't get me wrong, it's not shit compared to like Gibson and Fender custom shop stuff. Some of that stuff is ridiculously overpriced to the point where it's just insane to even acknowledge or look. Like I saw they had these Game of Thrones themed custom shop Stratocasters and Telecasters and shit. Very cool, very crazy amount of insane detail work that's gone into those. And they want like tens of thousands of fucking dollars for those. Let me look for one. Game of I'm typing with one hand. Thrones. What? Oh, is that it? Yeah, there it is. Yeah, they made 3 of them. House Stark, House Targaryen, and House Lannister. The Stark one I thought looked cool. I can't remember. It was like a, wolf-like or something. It's probably available. Yeah, they want $25,000 for it. Good God. Ron Thorne of the Master Builder. Yeah, so right here it's got a inlay of the, wow. Oh, that pick guard is really fancy and nice. Not gonna lie, that's a kind of a cool touch. It's done in a 62 telly kind of style, I noticed. Doesn't really have binding, but it's kind of like rounded, like a Stratocaster, so that must be a little more comfortable, kind of, in certain ways. It's just a basic fucking bitch, 62 Strat looking motherfucking thing. Oh, I don't like that. These fret dots are like dark for some reason right here. Dark red. That's weird. Huh. Yeah, okay, whatever. Let's look at the specific stats. Medium C, ebony, 9.5, 21. Oh, it's got jumbo frets. Weird, okay. Jay Mascis would like this fucking thing. Josefina Handwound 50 to 51. Guess what? I have Josefina Handwound 63s up in my fucking telly, dude. My telly's sick. I love my telly. I should fucking play it right now. Well, actually, I made it for Tom, and I gave it to him, and he didn't like it, so it's mine now. That prick. And now I'm making a new telly for him, and I hope he likes it. He should. I think he'll like it. Because it's going to be a similar neck as his buddy Justin's, and he likes his, so he should like this. I hope. We'll see. But anyway, that's that one. What's the Lannister one look like? Oh, it's a Jaguar. Huh. Ooh, that one's even more expensive, motherfucker. $30,000. Jesus Christ. Very golden-y looking. Very ketchup and mustardy looking. I'm not a big fan of that. It's funny, my favorite guitarist, his name's Freddie K. He does game covers. Cool dude, super cool dude. But I don't have the heart to tell him that I think his red Strat is kind of ugly. It's a red Strat with a bright sparkle gold pickguard, and it's a very ketchup and mustard Deadpool and Wolverine kind of like. I don't really like it. Not a big fan. Not a big fan. I gotta say though, on a super fancy guitar like this, you probably wouldn't mind. This thing's fucking decked out. That's a pretty sweet. Yeah, it's fucking outrageous, is what it is. Look at the artwork on the back. There's a big lion and shit. Fucking very cool, but you know, 30 grand. Good God. Good God, dude. All right. Let's look at the Targaryen. I bet you the Targaryen one's like 50 grand. What do you bet? No, it's 35 grand. Okay. Each one's 5,000 more dollars than the last. My goodness. This one looks pretty cool though, not gonna lie. That one's the coolest looking one. The Dragon Stratocaster. I mean, it is the Dragon Stratocaster. What the fuck are you gonna say? You can't talk shit. This is an amazing guitar. The Dragon Stratocaster. They got those gunmetal tuners. I have those same tuners, dude. I bet you I got them from the same people, too. Yeah, so. Pretty cool. What a wild guitar that is. But super expensive. I can't afford that shit. Only millionaires and billionaires can afford something like this. I'm used to getting a guitar that costs 1,000, maybe 2,000, maybe once a year, once every other year, you know. Try not to do that unless I'm getting like a good deal, getting like $1,000 off somehow, you know. Then I'll bite, maybe, if I haven't had anything better to do with my money. If it fits into the collection nicely. But anyway, what was I saying? Right, I was doing a video about Halo. What the fuck? I haven't even started talking about what I was gonna mention in regards to fucking Halo. My goodness. What was I saying? Oh yeah, this guy right here. He did a video, man. I checked out his video. I agree with some of the stuff he says, but he kind of gives me a bad vibe, not gonna lie. Anyway, reading the comments was kind of funny, not gonna lie. These comments cracked me up. These people are pretty stupid, a lot of them. But anyway, let me play you the video. Jimmy Stengel, I hope you watch this, man. This video's for you, because I bet you could relate to this. Check it out.
Well, what happened to Halo Infinite? This is the story of how Halo Infinite went from one of the most played games of 2021 to a game.
Okay, wait. One of the most played games of 2021. Alright. November 2021. Look at these numbers. Look at those numbers. Was that a $250,000? $250,000. $250,000. And Halo Infinite is more accessible than ever. It didn't come out at the launch of Xbox One, Series X. There's plenty of time for people to get one. You could get it on PC, more accessible than ever. Most accessible PC Halo game of all time, Halo Infinite, right? And it's free, right? You just gotta download it and you can play the multiplayer. You had to pay to get the single player shit, but if you were just, wanting to play the game itself, it was totally geared to an online experience. So you didn't have to pay to play it, essentially. And that's what tons of motherfuckers did. Now, unless you have shit for brains, you would know that Halo 3 and Halo Reach had 1 million fucking players at launch playing all at once. It was a big fucking deal, dude. Way bigger than this shit. This number is pathetic by comparison. 4 times less popular? Gah. You know? Jesus Christ. Halo fell the fuck off. And it's because of this online only microtransaction unfinished bullshit that we keep getting. You know? Sucks, but it's just true. And of course, there's a bunch of other fucking games that suck away the attention, right? Fortnite, Call of Duty, Destiny, Assfield, Assfront, all this shit, right? All this crap. It's kind of all the same garbage. All this aim down sights, fucking gaming. Rainbow Six Vegas, Bomb the Slammer, the Siege, that's what it was called. Fucking, who cares about all this crap? This is garbage compared to Halo 3. I can't really enjoy shooters anymore because I always go away disappointed. Like, yeah, it ain't no Halo 3, so fuck off. Like, that shit was the GOAT. On 360, Halo 3, that's all you need. Play ODST also. Maybe some Reach. Hell, even play 343's Halo 1 Anniversary. I would argue that's the only decent thing that 343 ever did. And they could have done a better job, to be honest with you. But, yeah. That's the only fair shake you'll ever see me give 343. After that, everything they fucking did sucked, basically. Or it was really mid and I didn't really give a shit. And it was like content that should have been a given. Like, we should have got that from the get-go. What the fuck, Oh my goodness. 343 sucks. So anyway, I'm getting off on a tangent here. I just wanted to say that this number is shit. So, when this dude is like, yeah, it was real, implying that it was really popular, it's like, I guess, dude.
No one thinks about in 2025. When Halo Infinite first came out, there were so many things that people were really ready to play. People were seriously hyped for this game. The pacing of the
I don't know about that, really. I saw a lot of people that were pretty disappointed in shit, and, you know.
combat was great. It was almost like old Halos, where you'd have more floaty movement, and the guns felt very similar to the old.
Like, I don't know what this guy's talking about, because Halo 4 was largely seen as a disappointment compared to the rest of the games, as like the worst one yet. And because of that, we got Master Crap Collection, which was a broken piece of shit at launch, and it still kind of is to this day. And that's a huge bummer. And then you got Halo 5, and so many people were like, Jesus Christ, this should have been better than Halo 4, right? It's worse. Fuck. So, dude, don't think, I think you're full of it, man. I think you're living in a bubble, kind of. I think I'm looking at the overall grand picture of how humanity looks at this franchise, and you're just kind of looking at it from a fanboy point of view. No offense, but this is the vibe I'm getting from you, man. Like, come on, dude. Halo 3 was like 5 times more popular than this kind of shit.
Guns that we liked. The campaign was coming back in the old way, where they have a classic.
Yeah, Halo 3 sold like 15 million copies. Remember that. It's a pretty big deal.
Linear missions, but they also were introducing an open world campaign.
Oh, and another thing that's annoying. I heard someone tossing a rumor around that Halo Infinite had like 20 million like downloads or something like that. And it's like, it's free to play, dude. Suck a dick. Like, that doesn't mean anything. That's not an indication of how willing people are to spend their money on this and support it. Okay? Jesus Christ. I hate that. It's like saying Fortnite is way more popular than Halo. It's like, yeah, and largely because it had the whole free-to-play business model where any asshole with a fucking phone can get into it or whatever. Like, come on, dude. It's like, yeah, your phone comes with Minesweeper, and the game is super popular because it's just there for everybody to look at and play. Like, come on, dude.
A lot of people were
You
excited
can't compare that to sales and popularity and stuff like that with a fucking game that actually costs money like Halo 3, okay?
for that. Not to mention, if you just wanted to play multiplayer online, that was completely free. You didn't even have to pay anything. And
Yep,
like
see?
usual, when a
What he
Halo
just
game
said.
comes out, people are remembering their childhoods. Their expectations were kind of in the moon for this game, and honestly, in some
See, I just don't agree with that. Maybe in your little circles, buddy, but after so much disappointment, Halo 4 wasn't that great, MCC wasn't great at all, Halo 5 was worse than Halo 4. Ugh, bad track record, bro. Are you fucking keeping up with this? God damn. So, I disagree. I think the majority of people weren't very interested. Uh, I remember watching even like motherfucking dickheads like Young Yeah back in the day, and that dude was just like, yeah, it feels like it's gonna be live servicey. That's not a good sign. So it was always people were already putting bad juju in the air about this shit. You know, and they rightfully were correct because I know 343 pretty well. I'm an OG Halo Bungie guy for the most part, big time. So I got to see what 343 was cooking. They just lied to us over and over again. Like, what the fuck? I don't trust this goddamn company. So, this video of this dude here, me and him gotta disagree, man. You're a cuck to the company compared to me.
ways, it definitely delivered. If you guys remember, in 2021, almost every streamer was playing this game, even if you didn't.
Almost every streamer was playing it. Oh my god. That's incredible. Some streamer people played it. It's such a big deal.
Like
Not
Halo,
really,
you kind
dude.
of couldn't get away from it, and it almost felt like Halo was taking over. There were things people were a little concerned about, like the Battle Pass. It was not really traditional that a game like Halo would have a Battle Pass, but it was free multiplayer online, so I guess people kind of accepted it. We'll get more into that later. Not to mention, people were kind of angry that they didn't have Forge or co-op campaign.
Kind of. Fucking. You should be really angry, motherfucker. They promised. They fucking promised, dude. They fucked us over with Halo 5. And that was some bullshit because they did the beta test and there was no split screen in that. That would have been the time to be honest and be like, yeah, sorry, it's not happening. But no, they didn't. And then, literally 3 fucking months before Halo 5's launch, they tell us in a like fucking 8-paragraph article, and at the final paragraph, kind of low key, yeah, sorry, there's no split screen. See you later, bye. They were really fucking dodgy about that shit. And when that info came out, so many people raged, dude. Cause yeah, that's some fucking bullshit. Split screen's the only is like possibly half the fucking reason Halo is as popular as it is. Word of mouth spread. You invite your friend over, he plays co-op with you, you both fucking fall in love with Halo because it's that good. Shit. It's a big deal to people. So you take it away, and it's just like, motherfucker. Fucking greedy bastards. Forcing everybody to get their own TV, their own Xbox, their own controller. No sharing, bitch. You know? And it's even worse than that. Like, they didn't even have the ability to do even that at launch. That took a while to implement. So, yeah. Oh, good God. What a joke.
Something that...
So, when the company's fucking lying to you over and over again like this, dude, are you gonna just keep on simping and keep on being like, oh, I understand. Whatever you say, daddy. Jesus, dude. Stop being such a cock.
For a lot of people was a deal breaker in the end. And personally, I played a lot of the multiplayer online, and I'm going to say it was a lot of fun. Personally, I thought Halo played incredibly. I had a lot of fun with the guns. It felt a lot like old Halo again for me, even though all I did was play free multiplayer online. I didn't touch the campaign at all, and based on what people told me, I was pretty lucky.
You didn't touch the campaign at all? I don't know, bro. I don't think you really cared about this experience very much.
I didn't. So why did people stop playing Halo altogether? Number one on the list probably has to do with the classic. They just didn't have any content. If you played multiplayer online, you noticed that you were kind of playing the same couple maps over and over and over. Halo Infinite just did not have many maps for people to play. And 343 definitely let people know that, they're having some trouble with their studio and they weren't able to release stuff as quickly as they wanted, but truthfully, people playing the game,
Oh, shut the fuck up. The microtransactions were all over the place, though, right? You could definitely fucking give them more money for all this dumb fucking costume shit, though.
Don't really care. It sucks to say, but the community is not gonna really take, hey, we don't have content for you, so just hang in there as an excuse. Season 2 of the game didn't even come out for a couple months, and by then people were kind of getting bored already. It basically left everyone feeling like they had already played out the content that Halo had to offer, so they just slowly started to trickle out. 2021 was the year of Battle Royales, so people had options. Number 2 on the list is probably the Battle Pass, and the fact that you had to grind that thing way too much. I think Halo Infinite was a really good example of what not to do with your Battle Pass. They made you use specific weapons to get kills. The XP rates were just really low, so you had to grind forever. On top of it being pretty slow, you didn't really get much XP for playing the matches, so you're stuck in a hell where you just have to sit there and...
Like, dude, we've seen microtransaction games do this same exact fucking bullshit that he's talking about for like over a decade now. When are gamers gonna wake the fuck up and be like, I don't want anything to do with that fucking wallet rapey shit? That sucks. Deal breaker. Fuck you. See you later. Like, what's wrong with you that you're so cucked to gaming that you're like, I have to be there. I have to be playing the newest game. I have to fit in. I have to be with the nerds. Like, I don't get it, dude. You're such a fucking loser. Sorry.
You just can't play the game normally.
Sorry, not sorry. You're a fucking loser.
Combine this with the fact that they were not releasing features for the game and seasons weren't coming out quickly, people get really salty when you try to monetize on a game that's kind of missing parts already. If this game was perfect, I don't think anyone would have said a single thing about how the Battle Pass was working. I think...
What do you mean by perfect, dude? Jesus Christ.
You would have had people too busy playing your game because it was good. Number...
some of the greatest things about gaming are imperfection. Like how the Halo 1 Magnum dominates pretty much every weapon in the game. Why the fuck are you even bothering with the Needler or the plasma rifle?
3. Missing features. If you're pushing 30 or 40 like me, you remember a time where you were playing in the basement with your friends, you're playing Halo, whether it was campaign or it was split screen, and you had the time of your life. Some would say those were the best days. But unfortunately, Halo Infinite could not deliver that. The campaign just didn't have co-op. I don't know what else to tell you.
Dude, no joke. If it had split screen, right? And there were no fucking dumbass microtransactions, I would get it. Shit, I would maybe not even touch the online, but if the co-op was good enough and there was like split screen, yeah. I guess I'd give it a shot, but it's not good enough, dude. It still plays like Call of Duty. It still has like, the fucking clamoring and sprint and stuff. Like, nah, no thanks, dude. I don't appreciate 343 enough for that. Sorry, they've lied to us too much, and like, bottom line, bro, is motherfucking Halo games from Bungie on 360 and original Xbox feel better. They run better. It's just the way to play, and this new shit is trash by comparison. It's Call of Duty clone stuff. It's gimmicky. It's noob friendly. Yeah, you know. Oh my god, fucking, this sucks.
I don't know how that went over their heads of, like, if you're a Halo player, co-op campaign was a big part of your life. Whether you've just tried it with...
And I can tell this guy didn't pay full price because, you know, he didn't get that. And a few other things, of course. Like, listen to him. He sounds sad. Like, yeah, it should have been better. He's right.
Friends tried it on Legendary and failed. This is like the number one thing Halo players like to do. Maybe next to multiplayer. Like, there was just no reason for them to not have this in the game, and that threw a lot of players off once they realized it didn't happen. It didn't have that. I know I just started with the multiplayer, and I didn't really realize the campaign was missing things. I planned to go to do the campaign later, but the fact that it didn't have co-op and Forge was missing, it just threw me off. And not only that, 343 was promising that they were gonna release it, but they just kept delaying it. It took them like a year in November of 2022 where they finally included campaign co-op. And split screen, forget about it. They scrapped that completely.
Yep, they did.
People who played
What a
campaign
joke.
were not happy with Halo Infinite. And then we get to Forge. Forge is basically your map editor, creative mode, so, you know, the possibilities were endless of what you would do with Forge. A lot of people were just making their own game modes, whether it's zombies or whatever it is. But this was all in the past because Halo Infinite did not have Forge. They didn't add that until November of 2022 as well. I think
whole
if they
year
had
later?
Forge
God.
at launch, this would have been a totally different launch for them, and people would have had a lot more replayability with this game. They
True, that is true.
could have probably delayed the seasons even more, and people would have kept playing because of Forge. The power of the community should never be underestimated. Number 4 is kind of a quick one, but, you know, their update cadence was so slow, and they always had communication problems. We had gaps between the seasons, we had delayed content drops. Half the time they would release a roadmap and then just not follow it at all. It would be super
Lying to you and shit.
and after a while, the community just gives up on you. It reminds me a lot of what happened to New World. Well, I won't get into that in this video. But comment below if you played New World, and that game just had so much potential. And number 5 on the list is competition.
Every game has a lot of
games.
potential.
2021 was definitely a year of Fortnite, Apex, Warzone, and these games were actually updating pretty often. I think Fortnite does it the best. Whether you like Fortnite or not, they handle their content updates really
Well, maybe not
There's
Fortnite.
Really not periods of time when people are like, oh, nothing's happening in Fortnite. There's always something happening in Fortnite. And the problem with Halo being a live service game now is that people were expecting updates like Fortnite. They're expecting free cosmetics. They're expecting Twitch drops. And they just didn't have everything they needed. Halo basically got outplayed by the other studios, and at the end of the day, that is not really anyone's fault but the studio. The blueprint of how to be successful in making a live service game is there. Like, just copy Fortnite. It's really not that hard. Number 6, the perception of the game and the media. At some point, all the negativity piles up into a critical mass. I think the popular narrative for Halo was that it has great gameplay, but everything else surrounding it is terrible. No content, bad monetization, bad support, missing features. And unfortunately, when people see article after...
You know, I'll be fair, man. The playlists where there's no sprint or clamor, and I don't like clamor, dude. If you can't make the fucking crouch jump, you deserve to fall, bitch. That shit's funny. Fuck this handicap shit.
Article of the short...
Oh, but yeah, I was saying, if you take that shit out, yeah, Halo Infinite gameplay, yeah, not bad. You take that fucking trash out, sure.
Shortcomings of Halo, and there were many, it kind of becomes a hole you can't crawl out of quickly. And once people decide you're a dead game, you're kind of a dead game until something ridiculous changes. So did they have any ridiculous ridiculous changes? The answer is probably, in my opinion, yes. Number 1, progression overhaul, Battle Pass improvements. 343 basically listened to everyone complaining about the Battle Pass XP and they changed it. Not only did they finally adjust the XP slider on the Battle Pass, it's a lot easier to get through it, they actually have an entirely different free Battle Pass. So they have one Battle Pass for free players, and then if you want to buy the premium one, you can. I actually like this a lot more than most companies with the like mixed battle pass where some of the things you get on it are for free people and some of them are premium. The fact that it's completely separate just actually makes me feel like every company should do it like that. They gave way more XP boosts during it as well. So if you're in match, there's like in-match XP boosts for the battle pass. The rewards went from just being weapon skins to weapon skins and armor skins and all this other stuff.